Yes, Sirski. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think I'm gonna start every intro completely different. We'll see if I could keep that up, if I could do that, if I can make that happen. But welcome back to another episode of Doing the Most. So yesterday there was only one game between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks, Game 6. I'm gonna get straight into it. We had one trade. We had some stuff to talk about. We have games tonight, so I'm just going straight into the details. It won't be a long episode. I just wanted to get my thoughts out and all that. Well, the Brooklyn Nets didn't even show up to the game. Completely weren't there. They were oblivious to everything. They seemed that way from the jump. Milwaukee didn't even have to punch them in the face or nothing. They just slapped them once, and the Nets just kind of surrendered. So they should have listened to Reggie Miller, who we talked about. Reggie told them that they should rest their two stars for Game 7, and clearly, Milwaukee said, yeah, y'all should have rested because y'all weren't ready for this. Middleton had 38. Giannis had like 30. Drew Holiday was going off too. Everybody cooked. And honestly, besides Kevin Durant's 32, which weren't as efficient, he had a lot of turnovers. There wasn't too much to be happy about. Besides that, James Harden was a lot better than that Game 5. He was a lot better. He looked like his hamstrings getting stronger. But they just didn't belong on the same court yesterday. They weren't trying as hard. They weren't being disciplined. They kept fouling Middleton, shooting threes, like little minor stuff, not running back in transition. I went over the game a little bit more on my Newsbreak account. So Newsbreak down below description, you guys can check that out. I actually react to games there. So definitely download the app and follow us at Doing the Most. Now, the next thing is tonight we have two games going on. Two games trying to force a Game 7. We got the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know why my neck just started hurting while I was saying that. But the 76ers going to Atlanta, so where they hope they can force a Game 7. Atlanta with two come from behind wins in the last two matchups, obviously, and they're up 3-2, so they're trying to put it away. In order to do that, I think Trey's got to be electric. I think the crowd's got to be electric. You need a couple big moments from John Collins to get the crowd going at any time, because obviously now we know that, well, we should have known this from the jump, but they're in it no matter what at any time. Both these teams are capable of comebacks. If I'm Philly, I don't even want to go up anymore because I know I might choke the lead. Nothing is safe in this league no more. Anyone could do anything. So we'll see what ends up happening. We keep giving the 76ers, we keep talking bad about them for choking, but we never give the Hawks enough credit for that comeback. So I'll give them credit. Kudos to the Hawks for a crazy comeback last game. That was a big comeback for sure. Then you have the second game where Utah is going to Los Angeles trying to force a Game 7. So the Clippers have a chance to put it away. No Kawhi. Paul George played amazing as the number one option. He had help from Morris and Mr. June, a.k.a. Reggie Jackson. So we'll see what ends up happening there. I think Donovan's got to attack the rim if they actually have a shot in that. I think he has to be aggressive towards the basket, try to get people in foul trouble. He can't settle for threes. We said he shot 4-14 from the three-point line last game. You're not winning games like that. You really are not. Missing 10 threes? Nah, you got to be aggressive. He shot 5 from inside the line, and he didn't even really make those either. So man's got to be aggressive. The team's got to click. They have a chance to force a Game 7. I think both those teams have chances to force Game 7s. That's not my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm excited, though. A Game 7 is the best thing in sports. So I'm excited for the Nets. Milwaukee Bucks Game 7. We'll definitely talk about that in detail tomorrow, whether it's on Newsbreak or here. But today we had our first trade basically of the summer of the offseason, more or less, right? And it was Brad Stevens' first trade. He basically got rid of Kemba. He's like, bro, I know whoever comes and coaches after me is not winning with Kemba Walker. Let me get this man up out of here. And he traded him to Oklahoma for this dude Moses, right? Moses, who actually looks like a monster. He looked like a monster when he played Boston that one time. I think he had 16 points and 19 rebounds in the first half, which is something that only Shaq has ever done. And that was against the Celtics. So Brad Stevens remembered that. He wanted to get him. There's a couple picks involved here and there. We don't have to get into that too much. OKC has a billion picks anyway. And Al Horford will be going back to the Celtics. They liked his leadership. Tatum and Brown reacted well with him. They were doing great things. So we'll see how that does. That's our first all-star trade, I'll say, because Kemba was an all-star, and maybe he can get back to that level. Who knows? Maybe he can be a veteran leader to Shea and all that the same way. I'm not going to say the same way as Chris Paul, but you know what I mean. He has experience, so he can help those young guys out in a sense, unless they try to move him. Oklahoma might, you never know. They be moving people. They're one of those, I'm not even going to say trigger happy, but they not scared to pull the trigger for sure, for sure. So let me know what trades you want your team to make if you see anything. And I'm excited. Obviously, don't tell me, oh, I want Damian Lillard to get traded to my Sacramento Kings. Like, don't say stuff like that. But, like, you know what I mean. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for being here. Even if it's a short episode, y'all the best in the world. I'm trying to stay consistent, trying to talk basketball. Let me know what you guys think about trades. That's what we're talking about today. I'll be seeing you guys later. It's been your boy Most, and thanks for doing the most.